In the middle of yesterday's devastating pileup on I-57 near Charleston, Missouri, a group of workers could not stand idly by.
Now, that pileup involved almost 50 vehicles and traffic was backed up for hours. News 3's Madeline Parker is live in studio with more from two of the men who did their best to help first responders.
Julie, Mark, the men I spoke to say they were on their way to a job in Sykeston. But just after yesterday's tragedy began, they wanted to help in any way they could.
Basically just got over the bridge and we're all just chatting as we were driving down the interstate.
Joshua, Jesse, and Dylan Quitermis were traveling down I-57 on Thursday morning, on their way to a construction job, but no one expected what happened next.
A bunch of fog and smoke and then a car. It all came at the same time. There was no avoiding it.
Just outside Charleston, Missouri, 47 vehicles piled up, one after the other. But Jesse and Quitermis couldn't sit back and watch.
Can't just sit back and watch. At that point, we gotta help people out.
So they took their skid steer and got to work.
Able to clear a lot of movable vehicles and people that were already safe out of the way to allow the service people like fire trucks and EMTs to pass through more easy and get them people out of the area.
Whatever we were asked, fire marshals yell one thing, we did if we could, and police say something, we go in there too.
And while they were surrounded by the devastating effects of the crash, both men hope that tragedy can help bring out the good in others.
I think in a situation like that, it kind of just puts the good in most people to where you knew if you were in that situation, you would want the help. You would want to have somebody making you feel safer and assisting you instead of sitting there alone.
Jesse and Quitermis were able to leave the interstate around 1:30 in the afternoon, but the experience will stay with them.
Anything can happen in any second and really opens your mind up to more possibilities of what could happen.
As of today, we know that crash left many people injured and at least 5 people were killed. Live in studio, Madeline Parker, News 3.